We up and running on the ball.
You are now.
Okay, well, I got 6 o'clock, so we'll get these called to order here. Here's roll call. Phil Young is not available tonight. Tim Armstrong. Here. Larry Nichols. Bruce Maxwell. Here. Lord Teller here. Joe Williams.
Yes.
Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America, the Republic, for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Everyone had opportunity to look at the minutes from the previous meeting of August 11th. Eric, we have a second. Tim Marshall. All in favor, say aye. All say aye. Okay, so it looks like the next thing is the auditor's report. All right, so we'll move on to claims. Everybody had an opportunity to look at the claims. Any questions about the claims? Okay, not hearing any questions about anything that you approve the claim. Any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Into the new business, RHP old field coordination. So you want to come up right here, maybe, podium, and tell us your name and so forth.
We have another member out in the audience also.
I think you were commissioned in the last week.
Yes.
Okay, so, what do you think?
So in your packet, you have pictures. I think most of you have probably been in the RU center. So the first one is kind of like it does look like. So RU stands for Rivers, but it's on the commercial. In 1993, we started in the Gibson. You have to be fully built. And you're going to start seeing pictures of the field of the damage. You have water get up under, not go out. Oh, there's the time. You have sand, you will dry it out. This will continue to work. So there's some pictures still working pretty good. You have the pictures that looks like the glare, which that is, but that's the drizzling where looks really bad, very lazy, and not using that. And that's pretty much the entire report. This picture here is one of the risers in paper. It's dark, sensitive, cut out. But it is dark. You don't notice this at all there. And the black piece is a map with that question. They come back, so they're not have sepsis, so that's something to not favor. But when you start filling up, you go forward, and then the risers comments that we have to pull up afterwards, you got to use the help afterwards. Working with people, yes, so you do have a full packet box here. So you put it all in the box of the world. Of course, we have the area of the world. And all possible. But we're just looking at the and then there are but I don't know. I don't say after that We do have. Sorry.
For the review president.
So they should have, another board member reach out to me. And this happened to talk to us about, and I did the, I directed the public relations. And then initially, the airport wasn't, this is along the lines of high school gymnasium that saved by volunteer generation. And then we on to school, we served, how many children in the city also there. We both, my children go to my grandparents, and six, not just normal girls, stop for friends, and we were supposed to go to it. And the reason we felt that it would be justified to ask for use there to get some full credit. It's similar to the Toyota credit. It is for the government of the family life of their employees, but a lot of their employees still. Like the city hall, and they practice to conform to a school area, like that, Halloween, celebrate. Anyway, the listeners. You know what?
After the spring, we found out we do stuff on TV.
That's why you have a circle. That's why all these projects are done. That's all of it. It won't be full country. Even with the bond paid back. If that's not raised enough, there's no slush money. That's what we're compared to is national. There's no slush money. The only thing that's down that's not been used for the last year is money allocated to the town of Owens for water. Why they never used it? So, it's better for them, over the community, ask for council. To them to use that money. And, I don't know exactly how much money is there. But, we'll quote, great project. Great project. But like I told her, we have to pass a declaratory legislation to change the funding. And we're gonna have to get the town going. Because that's their money. Way back 15 years ago. Probably. But just a quick note. The Owensville coal mine does not generate enough money to pay their own bonds. That's all. It's so cool. This all. So there's no Ricky Pine stacking. Trying to. This commission. Maybe ask. You built the most 40 years. Because it makes all these the bad. We don't have the money. If we don't have the money, then they're gonna blame us for not paying. We're the bad guy. You're McDonald's the bad guy. Okay? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, and then we have the other two projects, right? We're money from the tip, right? We have the tip. Not saying we couldn't use for you to tip the whole. I'm just telling you. Keep some money there. And this way, think about that. See if I have any questions on what I just. You know, I went in there the other day and I saw it get paid for water tower.
Money from
What's flat? The water tower was flat, maybe. Now it's flat. The bond. The county, the county commission got money, full bond, just put the road around the full line. There's a lot of, work around. So, that money they put in there, you can put it on the old good. Everyone. For what? Can you give me the rest of the? I don't know exactly what we have to do. I was telling her, what the, it's really going to cut it out. I'm not saying it's bad. They're the ones granted. Whether they, that's what I. The thing that it's the money we want it. You can't even pay it, and I hope that we that go into. In a way to bond. Well, I mean, I could begin the process for it to amend the plan. And see, but I think I don't want to measure it because so I do speak to the that you say that loud, you're probably not listening to it.
No, no, you have to have it. And if you don't have it, I think you don't have it, then you would all out of you.
Even if the money was available, you would still have to do it. Because every process.
And I know something going. But you don't have it, then there's no obvious.
With the deposit you paid with the Kiefer USI, did you bid it out with other companies?
There's not a lot of companies doing that. Do this, and the whole one has to review them because it's. You very much tell them out there for that stuff.
Did you look at synthetic flooring options that might be more moisture resistant? Yeah. Yeah. I was worried about it not being an air conditioned building and humidity issues. So the original floor to the gym. Insurance that the REH Center had?
So the team, you know, like, cooking. So one of them, necessary resolution, so requirements of the full. You know, have always, would allow money to have that. You need something there, yes, sir. Maybe do a resolution, pledge for the money we have left. But if they say no, there's no money in.
I guess in order to do that, it's all, if that money is dedicated for water, and something that they have to.
never had somebody allocated money. And never used.
Well, they.
So I don't know, I know years ago, we talked about get the money back into the fund, we're using it, you know, and voted on it, but it's looking good. And it shouldn't do that. Yeah, that was always, it's just,
If they would be in agreement,
I don't know what it's called, like I said, I've never had anybody allocating money ever. It's been going on for 3 weeks. I don't know what the answer. Like if bond cancer, but we do a bond, go back to the bond.
Or how much, I guess the other question is, how much latitude does the town of Owensville have in spending that money? Can they just spend it directly on this project if they wanted to? That's something that would have to be dug into. It'd be faster.
almost make. Unless you have more information. More.
I agree that money sitting in the housing. When you get bond, you have, you would like, you know,
Okay, then we'll vote for the second or, all for the big project and I propose anything. So we'll table each one. Yeah. So I will, but I'm keeping on it.
Try to bring it up again.
Let's get that to you start.
Well, I don't know, but I really the money. That's funny. That's a good thing, one time.
Okay.
I think the bill.
Work out now. All right. Okay. We'll move on to old business, this county animal shelter.
So basically, we sometimes where we have, and then, throughout, once the, then have space for, put that, for utility, the architect. So that's, for, funding out to education. So, our building team, I think, and we come up with, completely detailed, well, I know they're trying to be limited, so whatever we can do for them now, we need to do our research, but, there's something we need to do. But, I do want to point out, it's obvious about the substitute, though, this is a role that was designed to be technical, which makes sense to me, to hold on. As you all know, we're gonna go into 64, 65, 66, both sides of the years, and both sides of the aisle. That's the state of the so I don't know the opinion, who is really with, and then the as the, you could be something that, and you think proud of is, you know, that, originally we did with not one, and, if we said build, it would be solar, not, three space and that. So I don't think I see that, I think it's just out with the original bid. And I do want to bring up some area the last time, first, computer about teaching, but even just, you know, I'm not, it's very tricky for your family, you have to have one year, see what the expenses. And that was because I, not realize how much Texas was and the rest of it. That's the TV money to call. Of course, I got selfies with I'm not reading that. I had thought that maybe we would have very something about and something like that. And that doesn't mean I still won't happen, and we'll hopefully about that, but we're going to pay the way so that people that I can continue into the yeah. So you can see there's just a, what's the feeling, 23,000 for most people in the development. Generally, when you put in place, you need to kind of like really experience this out. You just don't do it, they have to. And that's just the thing that we can always do. So that is a very big benefit that we have things around. We actually have very basic if you want to do that. We do it to see things that are I want song number 16. We actually did like feelings, we had sort of this broad field, we opening up, basic, institutions, what that did not cover, and we're finding something out. Very companies, that's all can be, anything. We want to say we're going to do it, but we are. First wise, we will be able to furniture, the independent, everything we sit on the lot. We have to landscapes, and then we see ourselves. Then we will be the kind of paving, the sidewalks, the siding off, we have our sidewalks that is something nice and fun, so we don't know. So anyway, that's where we're at, and we guys are asked, regardless of whether you have enough to do it or not, there's a lot of other things in that first half we can do, but if we still have enough money to have someone to go, you know, we try to reach you, but it is cheaper, and you don't have to pay the bills, it will be a very good idea to walk into that place. Anyway, that's how it's done, so it is just
Have you studied these steps?
yes. Actually, so
Well, I think the amount of donations you've secured is incredible. And shows tremendous community support for your project. So that is really impressive. That, you know, some of the projects, if is the majority of the funding or entirety of the funding for a project, where this one is less than 40% of the total project cost is going to come from tip dollars. The rest is, the majority is coming from the effort of those behind the animal services out there in the community, getting people to support it, people and businesses, and community organization. Quite impressive.
I want to get back to the, well, I'm not sure, we to do that, but it's saying, I'm saying, but you may be saying, you know, keep it on, I would assume, you know, we got, you know, they, nobody kind of goes into this, you know, and we do it, if you think of things that, you know, well, he is not still safe. Okay, he has to, their home, count, and what we have to, open it to. Once it's on the top there, these kids came in with those five coats, that these are not all on there. They're the total, but they're not listed set. And then on the bottom are some things we would want. Not necessarily something you have to open with. These are just, no, they're all separate. They're all different. They're all different. The farmers, the community, we still ask. No, this is not in the place. It's only those numbers off. All of them. Yes, it's, I had them all together. I'm pretty sure I had them all together. I just did that brief, I just got a 5 foot. So you will be completely on. Yeah. Now, these don't add up to the 40 feet. These, I just add all those with those to get the 40 feet. 200. These numbers are in this total, but that doesn't add up to the 40 feet. All of these numbers add up to 40 feet. So, what we want. And now there's 2 deals on this. This is the way we could do the sidewalks. We found out our gutters, we hooked up our gutter drain, and the gutters wouldn't work. It wouldn't drain the water. So we had to dig the sidewalks up on the south side of the gym. Find out what was wrong, and all the pipe underneath it. So that new sidewalk, it's old sidewalk. But we had to tear it out, and then we're gonna fix the pipe underneath the sidewalk, and then for a new sidewalk. And what is the bare bones is 42 feet old. That does include. Well, there's 3 for park. I haven't been up to a fix. It's not in the 21, but it's not necessarily open at all. You can open it up. I want to do that.
I wish we did. I think it would be, but, I thought, I'm not going to get it. Yes, it is gas at 3 days on my cell phone. That's it for 27,500 to run the 3 days. That's it for running the gas for 7. So we got 3 days in. That everyone is all posted, the 7,000 days, it's yeah, my board starts. Yeah, I mean, for 7,000, they haven't posted what it'll take us to run the natural gas in one building. So just take it for granted, they are, but that 7,000 is not in there, we don't know if that's gonna be included in this. So I didn't have it on there, so I'm just hoping it's just like the free better. So we're all things to be, they give us, we don't know if pennies are running through. It is, it's $47,000.
So just these three are the whole thing, what the other, the top part, right? So that's the whole key.
Yes, so the ARC proposal, 28,300.
Well, you read the 19.
Yes, at the very bottom.
Not the bottom.
Not-
That's not
not-
the one we're gonna do. That's two
Not the
different
12.5,
proposals.
but the 9, okay.
I think we're gonna do this one because that one is too expensive.
Okay,
There was two different proposals
Okay.
on how to do those gutter things.
The fire market,
21,650.
we like the way we had our exit lights, include two of them and add to, so that's what the fire market, was, and I think they want this.
21,650. We got 3,400, right? Let's start all. 3,400. No, that was just the ARC thing. 3,400 plus 3,250. 05. 19,150 for the ARC there. And then you got the 12,995 for sanitary sewer. 60 for backup valve. 12,5 for the gutters. 33. Well, no, yeah, because we were getting 12.
So it's not that far off.
Unless I've missed something, so we started with unless it's the first thing. That's missing that. The ARC bid total was the total, 19,150. 52,205. Thanks.
If you do that, you be able to do.
You could actually,
And Holy Cross,
it's a program, and the basketball practice.
what are they doing?
In the, basketball, and I'm doing, you know, do that, and well, this is what we asked about last week. You asked about written proposal on how we could make sure we got a 40% back on solar panels. And the second page, the paragraph I circled is a summary of our project and what we did.
if there's any way possible, I feel like the solar panels are pretty important for our building, along with some, batteries, who would help us, pay the bill in the evening when people are ready. Just a little bit there. Yeah, we got here bids, so more than bids is 244 back. We're gonna give them 32,760. Now, check this company, and they're a very reputable company. Rock Frog. Rock Frog is the name of the company. Rock Frog. It's just a little bit less. Yeah. There were three different tiers on solar. This one is 234,000. And I know that doesn't is nearly as good a system as the one. For I think no matter. More than good things. Yeah, if we get any money, if we get any money, we'll compare exact. Right. When we talked to Rockwell, that's what they suggested without that. I don't remember putting a lot of that solar panel. With a smaller system. It's like 80,000 watts instead of, but I need to go back with them. But, personally, I feel like working is a better contractor than.
Well, it's hard for us to agree. Comparing apples to apples, we will get a good job, we get bad. I think more than the best deal, but I don't really know that. Anybody else, he provided, happy to pay.
I'm not sure. Morton is a better contract. I'm not sure it's better. I think it's more expensive.
Well, yeah.
I will check that, have Rockwell give us one exactly the same.
And Morton could also do a bid that, hey, no batteries, we're just gonna be generating electricity in the daytime to run air conditioning systems and reduce your energy costs. We can, maybe they have one that meets that need, and maybe Rockford has a reason for their being the smaller setup that, oh, no, you don't want to try to store this in batteries because then you have long-term battery maintenance issues that you're not going to have if you just are making hay when the sun shines. I try to work those things.
You've heard that somewhere before, hasn't it?
Well, I think, I think we need to do, I love
again, asking about, actually, okay, for us to draw that. We advertise, this will have to be between, we would give them the bill, you know, we would do all that stuff, okay, it's awesome.
This is something that ARP would do for them.
They said they could, but I think it's a whole lot cheaper for us to do it on.
What's that?
And I'm still for field account. Yeah, that's in the, information on the sheet I gave you. We have to get paid for daily wage each for the next 10 years if we do that. You already, agreed to give us some money for that, so that's already in the project, and it's already. Okay, no, you missed that. What about this, it was early, Jim, early. Well, I think a lot of these things, have to be already identified as being 25 and 85. Unit 26. That's because of unit 26. And then perfect, I mean, 26. But you can do time with actually go down the way. There's better than this is it was like using 26 for each body and 27. There's a legitimate, very legitimate video. I have one movie, and mine, and one life. And, I did it when I was at the building, even just with the kind of money, and I needed to use my hospital now. I got in a meeting in the hospital. I'm probably going to pay for it. And mine probably adjustment. And my declare for you, I'll be coming say, I got an meeting. Everything I'm not meeting one. And that's why they talk over at their patient strategy. So it was everybody came along with me. Some of you think you keep me things. I'm going now. You give credit for it. So now it's that point to it. That's why the value is. It's so important. On the I think that's next to the only fact. Over that. Well, no, that is just maybe only possible even with that third thing. We show the frog rock. We show what we did. How do you know we do it? How do you? The same
And you probably need an architect or somebody to tell you, or an engineer who's focused on this, to analyze what their energy use is gonna be and say, hey, if you do the batteries, your payoff's gonna be X number of years. If you do it without the batteries, it's other timelines. And knowing that would help make the decision. And I think long term, you also gotta consider if TIF funds are used to pay for the project entirely, and there's a 40% rebate, where's the money?
You got it. I mean, I think it's, pretty good thing on something that we don't have to. I didn't take a motion that. Yeah, on the solar issue, that we just said, this is what we said, so not getting any detail. I don't believe you can show up. I don't know. You were very good. Really hope I feel that. You further see that. All things that could be over. Been both said, all three sides. Well, we need to. Well, we need to bring some information on it. Okay, I will do that. Where does the rebate go? I don't know. I don't know about that.
I don't think it's one way is good and the other way is bad, but just knowing, well, what is the outcome of that? So, oh, well, this 40% is gonna come back and not only are you gonna make it more efficient, it's gonna make sure that it has operational capital for a while. Not a terrible thing, but just knowing that up front and planning for it. But the good news is, like the board challenged the two different entities to come back with open the door figures, and we've gotten those, and they're less than the unallocated funds right now. That we've got 300 and we'll say $86,000 in requests to open the doors for both places.
Really all I need to do is with both companies, is exact same deal for both companies, the size of the boat, size of the thing.
That's not good. One thing,
Second question is still wanting to know how much more battery two pumps produce. In other words, how do we improve the data?
battery wants to do is full, like a full battery about this. Yeah, you better work with fighting off.
How does it improve? How does it improve? Who gets 40, 140%? That all looks that. Don't want to do this again. Me either. So we have any questions? This is the, you have any idea how this plan talks about it? When is the thing you can take it for? We're looking on September. Yes. That's why contracting that. So you don't put all the stuff in the front of going to the west. The new building on the west side of the school is not finished. They go through the community again on September. So you 51, 551 and unallocated. Yeah, it was 821 minus 270 for administrative and legal. Yeah. And with the big request today, it's 388. Yeah. Oh, as presented.
Okay, so, so the question is, that I'm not, you come back and I didn't want to he tabled that for so we were emotionally first yeah. So
I'm making motion to move through, the month of 323,000 local.
What do you think? So we have a motion by approving what 323,425. We should expect. Well, we never seen, 355,000, you've got 550,000. Well.
Well, and let's all the only one say, would you right now, or Wi-Fi, internet, all that stuff, if we can. A radio, or not as reliable, if it's all on, or we not good, or open, yeah, the hard one.
Yeah.
What's the difference? Yeah. I don't know if it's, I guess, but I don't know if it's, I don't know, I don't know, George. I know they leave a similar situation, to a highway department. Yeah, well, we have to approach them, quite, but, obviously, the highway department will have, information and stuff all that. I'm waiting on it all. One of the companies, people, unlike a lot of these people, all of them, you guys, normally, other than when you're already proposing, you really, and you a whole lot. That's what we do. Okay, so, vote. All in favor of so we can say that. Aye. Hold. So,
I don't think it's,
Yeah, so, the electric for back questions. One being the, perimeter road project, the 203, 525 south, 100 east, 350 south, we have decided to go with phase one of that project, perimeter road project. That will do it, figure out. That's one just about 241 with 5 lanes, the biggest. This is basically the only empty the project. Lots of reasons for that. There's not expected more, this is on that side of the point. That is some basically running things. It needs something over, parts of the asphalt, which will be traveling. About the year with all that. With lots of changes in legislation this year, even talking grants going to be very competitive. Over first, around for next year, last year was roughly $300 million projects approved with new development. This year, they're only allowing 100. So we obviously couldn't do all the things, bring these up. It has lots of community on the talk. Really doing that because of the amount of traffic there, what it serves, or the amount of people being pulled over, supposed to be on. So I will be submitting this project state on at my training hall. With that being said though, that money normally was spent on the war, old one was. So if I do secure that, I would, yeah, I think there's a reallocate the funds that I get from community crossings. When I put that money here, what they do, I'll just use that money for other county with all of that. It's not gonna do it today, even funding wise with the current field. But I would really like to go to the, community talk about that. But going against the rest of the state, fighting for the hundred without. This is a really good thought. So, phase one, Peachtree Drive, starting all the way down from section 16, 35, 25 south, 25. I think the west side there, the intersection is you for phase one, running west, all the way parallel to 41, stopping just for the intersection. The approach over the way and go to 4 inches of asphalt. So, a half like that. That road will come by the way. Probably the way. Definitely use it as a lot of patching on the road. Because they were started going to the front of it now. It is the project. 3 years ago. They're saying you go across that. You do 2 phases. The second phase will be looking to do 7. If they go up from the property, we can more. On the looking to pretty south, 100 feet, probably next year. I don't want to do the inside yet, because they're really doing backside. There's also going to be pretty possibly 5.5. You're going to talk to them about the so that's that project. I know there's a little bit of funding left for kind of road project. Leaving up things with the project was that with no stuff with added. How does that lead into that is not something I'm not thinking about. I will do the that discussing not real involved with their office, it's not how it's related, but I think if you where it's done, quite a lot of ways to do it, walking down. I want to make a connection of the one mentally, 64. I need to go to the finding connection. That's why we want to do that. The progress football look at. And that's what it's like. Years ago, you just get in the ball. This is what we set aside. Some of the comments from it. That is easy for me. So how does that activity affect that easy coach? I would call you telling us that is possible. So you want to work by 5, not do it 8. And that's still a good question because it's done on 5.6. Possibly from 4.5. Right. Keep that thing down another year to be started. So, $1 million stuff.
Is that gonna be enough?
We'll do a lot more in the near future.
Yeah.
So my estimate for just if it was 3.5, I have to have. This is this time agreement that I just to run that project that we was allocated to do. It will be a full-time inspector. It's a very tough full-time, maybe more than one person, because we need to go out there. Yes. Regardless of the grant project, I'm allocated to be. I'm hopeful. I haven't seen them both our road projects in the last 2 years. I'm still hopeful we have a pretty good community amount for them also. I'm still hopeful we can will cover the road project. In the next 2 weeks, I'll have a better idea. The other thought for now, what was left on? I know one big part left on kind of road project was we didn't do anyway. I believe it. I don't think it's something they. Community crossing is in October, available in October.
So you maybe some of this last one, this driving.
No, I say we'll put that project forward. We'll possibly be counting money for that project. Or we can, if I get the community crossing, then I'm looking to use that million and. No, oh, that's what he doesn't do now. So this year, we submit to fight for 100. Next October, we submit to fight for 100. We have a wheel tax following July. You will receive a direct distribution based on your road lane model. You have a lot of lane models, and I'm on the road over 1,800. So, the biggest issue we have right now is stated first task force stated that they recommended local public agencies to exercise their availability funds and maximum their availability. Governor was stated saying that they don't do this, and it would be hard for the state to talk on properly. That's scary. Our council did not move on forward, and then it back. So we have some state, so we could say that they are going to comply with recommendations at this point. There's a lot of people that are going to deny here in October call. And they have engaged scoring to find how to not do process. I know the others will, they improve their fuel tax increase. And I think it's their they implemented and they went about middle of the line, they didn't maximize. Where the ones are collecting fuel tax, being where one thing is, two that was get it done prior to this. So, there's a lot of not involved talking about community crossing and that. At one point there was. Basically, your maximum amount allowed of community crossing to the ward was based on their level of fuel. They got that cut out about the last 2 weeks and a half that was placed. Right now, the law is known. There is my statement spoken, if they published it in the capital documentation for their local government. I'll be able to see anybody that speaks towards community crossing. But I think it'd be pretty
easily seen who gets denied, who gets it. If you look at their wheel tax, or low run, wheel tax or tax. Yeah, that's definitely something they have to look into. Is, you know, a lot of the projects can be that box. It can be, you know, overlay, kind of road, everywhere. How we're gonna decide, you're gonna have to find. Because it's where it's like more fall. Where we end up having. You will see. Regardless, phase one will be. We're talking about time. One hundred in the permanent. Correct, that's when you kind of look off. And for one, our difficult even. I don't know. Right. I'm thinking next, we was only 7,000 looking at. About 50. Yeah, I think it's only $7,000. The whole power problem is about 3.2. Yeah, I mean, the whole county road, first county road, year road project, those are almost more about 30. Well, definitely. We can certainly get on numbers on that too. I said that county road project stuff, I haven't got some. Got bigger problem. Any other questions on over the minute? Because aware of the highway.
Good, we have any issue with the team? We have any other business for the call?
I just had comment on the animal services request. I think the last meeting was really clear that the board wanted to make both projects viable, to see them through to completion, and I think their requests have been for both projects. I think both Mr. Knapp and Mrs. Waring were sharpening their pencil and really getting down to brass tacks as to what they needed to get the project through to completion and doors opening. And I think there's further opportunities for improving both projects, certainly. And I think that, you know, certainly the board trying to avoid committing to something now that'll eliminate something else in the future. But even from the very conservative estimates that we had previously, we're still looking at $175,000 unallocated funds, and that's not accounting for the many projects that are out there moving towards closure that all have a margin of error built into them, and so there's expectation there could be more. And I'd hate to see there be further delay in getting the animal services towards completion before the end of the year. When that is before us today, and they did exactly what the board asked and ran a realistic and affordable number, what is not making this the Taj Mahal for dogs, but what do you need to get the doors open and make it a place for the animals that the community no doubt demands, seeing that their donations outweigh their requests from the TIF district. They've done that, and I'd just really like to see that come through the completion sooner rather than later. And I think the board committing tonight to that goal would not eliminate the possibility of solar or something else. Because that solar project, you won't have a number next month. That's going to be several months to not only get some estimates, but then boil those estimates down into bids or to bid specifications, and then go through the legal process of putting that bid out and waiting for the response to the bid community. And then by that time, we may have really strong numbers back on how some of those other projects are completed and what is left over from that. Correct. Well, that's not true, because you could fund $175,000 in solar for that project that would dramatically reduce their energy costs. That's true. And generally, if you're bidding a solar project, is gonna, I get that, but before you, batteries are not probably going to put it in a position to stay off the grid entirely. And if it is, it may not be cost efficient. But before you go that deep into it, you need to know what the payoff is, and then what the added maintenance. What is the maintenance on maintaining nickel metal hydride or lithium batteries for a facility of that size, and how much battery capacity you need to run air conditioners to cool a high school size gym. And those are going to be some big numbers. But again,
Well, that's what it's going for, never do it. We have a lot of art. I think I did.